Hello everybody. Today's episode of Creature Feature will focus on shark called Megalodon. You see, videos about Megalodon bring views. But sadly, most of those videos are pseudoscientific bullshit. So, I want to make an actual scientific video about this amazing shark. First described Megalodon fossils were described in the middle of 17th century by Danish naturalist Nicholas Steno. He described fossilized teeth as belonging to modern-day great white shark. Today, we would find this weird, but back then, scientists did not believe that animals could go extinct. They believed that all fossil species were remains of currently living species. They believed that God created all animal species in their present form, and that He would never let any of His creations to simply disappear from the face of the planet. Fossils of Megalodon were described again in 1843 by Swiss biologist Louis Agassiz. He saw similarities and differences between teeth of this new big shark and great white. So he named them the new shark in the same genus as great white, Carcharodon. But he considered the size of the teeth great enough difference so he can name a new species. He named it Carcharodon Megalodon. Megalodon literally means big tooth. For a very long time, Megalodon was considered to be a very close relative or even an ancestor to great white. But recently, many scientists consider this implausible at best. Scientists now consider Megalodon to be a member of an extinct genus of sharks called Otodus. So, this proper scientific name for Megalodon would be Otodus megalodon. Megalodon probably evolved from other Otodus shark, like Otodus chubatensis. Megalodon first appeared during the Miocene, around 16 million years ago. We don't know much about Megalodon's anatomy. That's because we have only found fossilized teeth. The reason why we only found fossilized teeth is because shark skeleton isn't made of bone, but cartilage. Cartilage quickly decays during fossilization. Teeth are the only hard body parts of a shark. The reason why determining the size, yet alone anatomy of a megalodon is really hard. Calculations and estimates vary. Some estimates are as small as 16 meters, and some are as large as 20. Even if the smallest estimates are true, this would make Megalodon the largest predator that the world has ever seen. Many older reconstructions depict Megalodon as oversized great white shark. Today, many consider this unlikely, since Megalodon was only distantly related to great white. So, in order to determine anatomy of Megalodon, we should look at modern-day shark species. More precisely, the species of shark which is closest in size to Megalodon. The best candidate is a whale shark, which lives in warm parts of the oceans around the world. The largest specimens could grow up to 10 meters. So, we can assume that Megalodon had a large tail to help move through the water and a blunt head. Whale shark is a very good species to base Megalodon paleoart on, but behavior, that's something very different, because whale shark feeds on plankton. But Megalodon was active apex predator. We know this because we have found fossils of whales with bite marks which resemble the teeth of Megalodon. So, the best analog for Megalodon behavior will of course be the great white shark. This is because the great white is the largest predatory shark alive today. Megalodon hunted by ambushing its prey from below and killing it with its powerful bite. Scientists believe that Megalodon had the strongest bite force of any animal that has ever lived, and its bite was so strong that it could crush bone. The world in the time of Megalodon was at the same time very different, but at the same time very similar to our own. Seas and oceans were warmer than today. Panama did not exist. So, continents of North and South America were divided by sea. In Europe, there was the huge Pannonian Sea, which was covering the entirety of Hungary, Vojvodina, and Slovakia, and parts of Croatia and Transylvania. These places were perfect habitats and hunting grounds for Megalodon. Megalodon hunted a variety of prey, like sea turtles and marine mammals. Megalodon also lived with extinct group of whales called raptorial sperm whales. This was the extinct group of predatory whales, which competed with Megalodon for food source. But luckily for Megalodon, the last members of this group went extinct at the end of the Miocene period. This is the proof how Megalodon was a very adaptable and successful predator, but even that success didn't last forever. 2.5 million years ago, the planet began to cool. Very huge ice sheets started appearing on the northern hemisphere, in places such as Northern Europe, Alaska, and Canada. This was the beginning of the Pleistocene period. You might know this time period as the last ice age. Also, appearance of the smaller and new predators such as great whites and orcas created tough competition for Megalodon. As a result of these environmental changes, Megalodon went extinct. Megalodon went extinct with no descendants. But some people still believe that Megalodon is still alive in the deepest part of our oceans and is hiding from the eyes of science. As cool as it would be, sadly there is no evidence for that. I could explain why belief that Megalodon is still alive today is bullshit, but that's a topic for another video. Megalodon is one of the most famous extinct animals. Its most famous depiction in popular culture is the science fiction franchise of novels by Steve Alton, The Meg. One of the books was adapted to film, The Meg, in 2018. Megalodon also appeared in second season of animated series Primal. Megalodon also appeared in plenty of documentaries, such as Sea Monsters and Jurassic Fight Club.